Coverage you can count on. This is Fox 2 News at 6.
Security is tight as the Cardinals kick off another big season at Busch. What police are doing to keep fans safe in the wake of terror attacks in Paris and Brussels.
Molina base hit into right.
Plus, fans share their excitement and predictions for another summer of Redbird baseball. And we'll even give you a sneak peek at some of the special theme nights on tap at the ballpark this season.
First on Fox News at 6, St. Louis is celebrating their favorite holiday today. Sandy Miller and Rafer Weigel in downtown St. Louis to anchor our live team coverage of the Cardinal home opener. Take it away.
Hey, Elliot. Yep, we're live downtown St. Louis in the outfield. That's the former site of Mike Shannon's restaurant, where the Cardinals kicked off their 125th season today.
And they're kicking it off well right now, winning big. Today's attendance, 47,608. Redbirds looking to add to their impressive list of hardware, a National League leading 11 World Championships, 19 National League pennants, 13 division titles, and looking to advance to the postseason for the 6th consecutive time.
The Clydesdales on opening day here at Busch Stadium, part of the tradition, the pageantry of this special afternoon.
And you cannot start a baseball season in St. Louis without the help of the Budweiser Clydesdales. They were greeted by cheers from fans as they took their lap around the ballpark during the pregame festivities.
And boy, did the players arrive in style, riding in a Ford motorcade around the outfield warning track. The Hall of Famers in their signature red jackets were at home plate to greet them when they arrived.
Hey, speaking of Hall of Famers, Lou Brock, who recently lost his leg to diabetes, was back on his feet to throw out the ceremonial first pitch to get the season in St. Louis started. It was so good to see him out there today.
Lou Brock, one of my all-time favorite players. Actually, that's the only baseball jersey I own is
there you
Lou
go.
Brock.
If you have one, that's a good one to have.
It was his minor league jersey, but anyway. But, of course, now the police presence has been a big topic of conversation here. Much bigger than last season, both in manpower and canine power.
Yeah, that's right. Fox 2's Andy Banker continues our live team coverage right now with two big concerns for police, really for opening day and even beyond that. Andy?
Yes, and I want to paint a picture for you right here at 8th and Clark, right back here, Ballpark Village. And look at the police presence, bigger than I ever remember. Right back here behind me, over here across the street. Then you've got a roadblock here on Clark Street that's heavily manned and blocked with cars. And then up beyond the hill, I don't know, can you see back here? There's another news crew, I believe, from Cape Girardeau. More police back there. There's always a concern about a fan being held up. Remember the fan shot and paralyzed during a robbery leaving a game last summer. But this really goes beyond that today. The police chief is only calling this a significant police presence downtown and around Busch Stadium, all areas here and in between. He won't be specific about numbers, but he never is. Police always play that close to the vest. You certainly see a lot of officers in uniform, as we just showed you, but Dotson says there are undercover officers here too. Police Chief Sam Dotson, that is. In light of terror attacks in Europe recently, they're looking for anyone or anything suspicious.
I don't expect any problems today, but we're ready. You see the police officers. We've got additional canines in the area, bomb-sniffing dogs, just to make sure. I think in the world that we live in, seeing what happened in Paris, seeing what happened in Brussels, we have to be prepared. We're prepared.
So the two things he's saying, think smart and park smart. And by park smart, he means when you come to a game, be it the opening day or be it another Cardinals game throughout the summer, be it a Blues game coming up with the playoffs this week, park somewhere smart, not off the beaten path. Park somewhere where you feel comfortable. If it's a night game, park where it is well lit and there are attendants on duty. He also says, leave your guns at home. You can't take them into the ball games or the hockey games with you. The criminals know that, and they'll go through cars looking for guns to commit more crimes. Reporting live at the ballpark, Andy Banker, Fox 2 News. Ray for Sandy.
All right, Andy, thanks so much. Well, there are a ton of fans down here. Nobody seems to be too concerned about anything but having a good time. You know what? The loyal Cardinals fans always make opening day seem like an unofficial holiday for St. Louis.
Yeah, and they lucked out with the weather earlier. It was pouring rain, and people still came out here. Fox 2's Patrick Clark caught up with some of the Cardinal faithful. He continues our live team coverage from our Ballpark Village Bureau. Patrick?
Yeah, you know, most people I talked to this morning say this should be a national holiday. And it was a little bit of a rainy start to this day for the pep rally and for the folks coming downtown to St. Louis here for the Cardinal home opener. But that wasn't going to be something that they're going to let rain on their parade. No, they got the spirit of St. Louis, these St. Louis fans. From the pregame pep rally, where you could find a pretty sweet wristband from KPLR and KTVI. You also could find a sea of Cardinal red outside the stadium. You must have thought that it was a long, cold winter, as fans were more than ready for this day, pulling out all their appropriate Redbird-related clothing items. And then when they opened the gates, fans were ready to seize the day. I tweeted about it earlier, hearing that first snare drum from Celebration and Kool and the Gang. It took you back to 1982, and it felt like things were right here in the city of St. Louis.
I absolutely love this day. I always get completely decked out for it. It's a national holiday. You have to. We both tell our bosses that if you schedule us, we quit. There's nothing going to keep us away from this. This is life.
Yeah, and folks are still here despite it being a blowout. I just took a little walk through Ballpark Village, and a lot of fans both inside and out. So make sure to check out. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter, PatrickClark.tv, Patrick Clark TV, and you can see all kinds of pictures from today outside the stadium. In the Ballpark Village Bureau, Patrick Clark, Fox 2 News.
All right, Patrick, thanks very much. Yeah, he was talking about the game itself. Boy, what a big day for the Redbirds. Right now, kind of a blowout.
Yeah, that's right. Fox 2's sports director, Martin Kilcoyne, joins us live now from Ballpark Village, where a rookie is really making his presence felt, right, Martin?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. These young guns who weren't even supposed to be on the opening day roster. A couple of names, Hazelbaker and Diaz, weren't supposed to be in Pittsburgh last week. Injuries happened. Both made the team, and now both are making a huge difference. Right now, the Cardinals are just pounding on the Brewers. It's the perfect home opener so far. The rain stopped, and then the bats went crazy. Randall Grichuk, an RBI double in the first. That was part of a 3-run first inning. Matt Holliday scoring on that play. Aledmys Diaz, as mentioned, just keeps on hitting. He's got a couple of doubles today. Diaz has 3 hits. He made it 8-0 Cards in the third. Right now they're on top 10-1, and they're in the 8th inning. Cards rolling along closer to a 4th straight win. Michael Wacha had 6 shutout innings. As far as Hazelbaker, what a day for him. First ever home opener in St. Louis, and Jeremy Hazelbaker made a great play in the field, got the start on opening day. Hazelbaker flashing the glove, and later the bat. Hazelbaker has a 4-hit day. This is a guy who played over 700 games in the minor leagues. Cardinals picked him up last year after the Dodgers AA team let him go. Hazelbaker clearly enjoying the ride.
I played, over 700 games in the minor leagues. So, I've been around, and, I've played a lot of AAA ball. So, I've faced high caliber pitching before, I got up here. But, I definitely feel like, this was a long time coming, and just needed an opportunity.
What a story, cut by the AA affiliate of the Dodgers last year. Hazelbaker, a 4-hit day so far in the Cards home opener. More highlights coming up, plus you'll hear from Lou Brock, his emotional return in front of these Cardinal fans. You'll hear from Lou coming up in sports.
All right, we'll look forward to that, Martin. Thanks so much. Well, once again this season, the Cardinals are going crazy for folks who love the Redbirds, but also love things like Star Wars, or maybe the Beatles, or even American Girl dolls.
There are so many cool things going on at Busch Stadium. Not that anybody needs a reason to see a Cardinals game, but Fox 2's Rocky Madden, he continues our team coverage with some of the cool theme nights going on this year. Hey, Rocky.
Hey, Rafer, this is the 4th year in a row the folks at Ticket Sales are doing these theme nights. This year there's going to be about 35, and let me tell you, for some of these fans, these theme nights are out of this world.
In a galaxy not far away, actually right in our own backyard, lovers of Luke Skywalker and Yadier Molina can unite their passions.
We do bring back the ones that are popular and try to add new ones every year as well.
Buy a special team night ticket, and you also receive t-shirts representing your favorite superhero or college team.
St. Louis U Billikens night, Mizzou night, and Illini night, and on those 3, alumni and fans of those teams get a Cardinals t-shirt in that particular team's colors.
He says so far Star Wars has captured first place each year as the #1 crowd pleaser.
Star Wars night, you get a Cardinals themed Star Wars t-shirt, and we bring in around 30 or so Lucasfilm approved Star Wars characters. They're all over the ballpark.
And by the way, Grateful Dead Night also includes a special concert. These tickets, they tell me, cost about $10 more than the usual ones. Reporting live outside Busch Stadium, Rocky Madden, Fox 2 News. Rayford?
All right, Rocky. Well, when they have Star Wars night, I expect to see a couple of Cubs figures dressed as Darth Vader.
There
like
you go.
The manager of the Cubs, Joe Madden, as Darth. Anyway.
I like it. All right. Well, we're going to wrap it up for here right now and send it back to Elliot Davis in the Fox 2 studios. Elliot.
All right, Sandy, we do have other news for you. Still ahead, details on nearly 200 union workers being laid off by Schnucks. And the latest on the investigation after a 4-year-old girl is found dead in DuPont. Plus, the questions behind a deadly wreck along Highway 141 on Saturday.
A cold front moving through about lunchtime today, making all the difference in the world between a rainy start and a wonderful afternoon. But what's on tap as we look ahead? We'll have the details. Allergy numbers, mold leading the way. That's rather high, and it should be high again tomorrow. The tree pollen's showing up in our allergy index. The forecast is next.
DuPont police are looking into the suspicious death of a 4-year-old girl. Around 2:30 yesterday afternoon, police received a 911 call for a child unconscious, not breathing, in a home on North 9th Street. Police officers and EMTs tried to resuscitate Emily Perrin at the house and on the way to St. Anthony's Hospital, but she died. Investigators say only that they've taken a person of interest into custody pending formal charges. St. Louis County's Crimes Against Persons Bureau handling Saturday afternoon's fatal accident on Highway 141. An SUV and sedan collided at the intersection of 141 and Burgundy, just north of the Manchester city limits. The crash took the life of the SUV driver, 26-year-old Ebony Franklin of Florissant. One of her passengers was critically injured, the other not hurt. First responders took the 18-year-old male driver of the sedan to a local hospital in stable condition. Our partners at the Post-Dispatch report detectives are working to discover if someone in the SUV participated in a crime earlier on Saturday. Schnucks announces layoffs. 190 Teamsters at the grocery store chain's warehouse in Bridgeton will be laid off and replaced by non-union workers. Those positions will be eliminated from late July through September. The Teamsters Union has filed a grievance claiming Schnucks violated collective bargaining agreements.
And we're back here live downtown at the Outfield. That's the former site of Mike Shannon's restaurant, where it's been an absolutely beautiful afternoon. The sun was shining.
Getting a little cold now.
Getting a little chilly right now, though.
Yeah, but we are in much better shape than, boy, this morning. What a difference. Let's take a look right now at our Gateway Buick GMC web camera inside Busch Stadium. As Sandy said, a very, very nice day, but a big contrast from earlier this morning when Glenn Zimmerman's, normally your cohorts on the morning show, were getting pretty soggy out here. Much different story now.
That's what happens when I work the night shift. I get all those people that I used to work with all wet, right?
Taking care of us now.
That's right. And I tell you what, this is going to be an amazing week ahead. That was a cold front moving through St. Louis. You know, rain this morning, almost an inch of precipitation here. Cold front sweeps through, almost bringing to immediate end to the rain and then clearing things out. And a wonderful afternoon. That cold front well south. Still some high clouds in the mix as we speak, but we're also developing a north breeze. This is kind of the trade-off here, is that with this gusty north wind for the next few hours here into sunset and just a little bit after, it will lighten up a little bit. But with that north breeze, we're bringing in some colder and drier air. So early tomorrow morning, temperatures will be dropping back into the 30s. So quite a chill early tomorrow morning. You'll need to wear that sassy Cardinal jacket. You know, that satiny one that you've had since 1982 that you keep wearing? You're going to need that tomorrow morning as you walk out the door. Time-lapse view, Richmond Heights looking all right. Just a couple of high clouds around. There's Brightside St. Louis. Again, our Gateway Buick GMC webcams all looking amazingly better than what we had early this morning, 12 hours ago. Very heavy rain. Golden Oak Lending roof cam. The trade-off now is that breeze. So at 54 currently, we have a north wind steady at 13, gusting to 17, and I think it's going to stay in that fashion here for the next several hours. So breezy evening, that will drop the temperatures pretty quickly. High temperature of 59 degrees. Actually felt pretty good in the sunshine. 47 degrees in the rain, though, early this morning. Felt rather cold, and it was quite a bit of rain, almost an inch since midnight last night. So wet start this morning. Temperatures now okay. We're a little below the norm. Normal highs for this time of the year are low to mid 60s. So at this hour, we should still be in the 60s on a normal sort of average day. But at the moment here, we're working in that cooler air. So we're in the mid 50s and temps are dropping quickly, all thanks to this front. It's right in through here, and you can see the energy out ahead of it through Arkansas and Louisiana into the deep south. Some tremendous thunderstorms, severe weather all the way back into northern Texas. That's where the big storm energy is at this point. For us, we look north. High pressure settles in over the next couple of days. This is going to be the dominant feature for us because as this drops in and then really settles across the region, it's going to keep us dry and quiet, and then eventually starts to bring us a south breeze. Now tomorrow looks like we're kind of in the center of the cool air of that high pressure, so highs tomorrow I think solidly into the 50s across the bi-state area. We should stay rather cool, I think mid to upper 50s across the region, and with a little bit of a breeze that does feel cool. But we're dry. I think we're going to be rain-free here for a while. So clear tonight. We'll see a few high clouds initially, but generally clear tonight. 35 the overnight low. That north breeze a little gusty here for the next couple of hours, and then it'll lighten up as the sun goes down. Tomorrow, good-looking day. A lot of sunshine. Temps are a little cool. 57 for the high. That's a little below the norm, but watch what happens this week. This is a great week ahead. 60s return on Wednesday. In fact, upper 60s on Thursday. Over 70 Friday, Saturday, and probably Sunday too. And this is going to be kind of a pattern here for the next several days. It does look like we're going to see some rain maybe beginning of next week, but mild temperatures. So we had kind of a cool feel over the weekend. The rain transitioned today, and that was indeed a pattern change. So extended outlook looks really nice.
Yeah, what did Rafer say? More than 46,000 people down there. I don't think folks were deterred by even the threat or thought of rain.
I don't think
which
so.
we didn't get for the game.
Yeah, that was good.
All right. And coming up in sports, a live report from Busch Stadium where the Cardinals having an incredible opening performance. You're watching Fox News at 6 and listening on the Big 550 KTRS.
For the latest highlights and stories, just click sports at fox2now.com.
Well, they've decided to crank the music. That's because they're celebrating. Unbelievable. They don't teach you this in college and journalism school, let me tell you. Cardinals opening day here against the Brewers. Martin Kilcoyne with you from the Ballpark Village parking lot, if you couldn't tell. Let's just get right to it. How about the debut in St. Louis for Jeremy Hazelbaker, who not only made the roster on opening day in Pittsburgh, but he's still here, and he's in the starting lineup. And Hazelbaker had a 4-hit day, including a triple in his first Busch at bat. As part of a 3-run first inning for the Cardinals, Yadier Molina 3 hits today. Molina with the RBI. Cards jumped to that 3-0 lead on Milwaukee, and they just kept pounding away. In the 8th inning, or rather the 3rd inning, Aledmys Diaz made it 8-0. Diaz had another big day at the plate. The Cardinals bats put up 10 runs, and they win their opener over the Brewers. 10-1 was the final. Hazelbaker had 4 hits today. I guarantee now people are Googling on the way home more about Jeremy Hazelbaker. Waka gets the win. He went 6 shutout innings. Now, before the game, Lou Brock made his emotional return to Busch Stadium.
And catching that pitch, the Cardinals Hall of Fame, Ted Simmons.
Lou Brock getting the special treatment from the Cardinal fans. Lou Brock, welcome back just 3 months or so after he had his left leg amputated, and I talked to Lou after those ceremonies.
It's brightening day because it's 3.5 months in the hospital, a long time. And the fact is that you don't know what to do. All that you do know, at the end of the tunnel there's a light, and you just know that that light is there.
It was opening day, kind of a carrot dangling for you to make sure you got here for opening day?
Well, Rashidi sort of thought that I should try it, and he came to the hospital on a couple of occasions, but the fact is, every time I heard from him, I'll see you opening day. So perhaps he has some influence, and so I'm here.
And you've played on the big stage, World Series. What about throwing out the first pitch? What's that pressure like?
Well, when you throw out the first pitch, you got Bob Gibson standing around. You're not so sure you're supposed to throw this thing. But Bob was quick to give me some advice and instruction on what to do, and hopefully they turn out okay.
Let's talk some hockey. The Blues and Blackhawks begin their series on Wednesday. Playoffs begin in St. Louis at the Scott Trade Center. Game 1, 8:30 on Wednesday night. Game 2, Friday at 7 o'clock at the Scott Trade. Sunday in Chicago for a 2 p.m. start. Next Tuesday in Chicago. Then games 5 and 7 would be in St. Louis. Game 6 would be in Chicago as the Blues look to get over the hump in the playoffs. We're going to send it back to Elliot Davis. I'm convinced you may have to investigate. I think the Cardinals have a deal with an audiologist. The music here, Elliot, too loud. I guess I'm getting old.
No, but they won, so we don't care. There is nothing as sweet as a Cardinal victory, but that's not keeping one store from trying the special offer to Cardinal fans from Smoothie King in honor of today's home opener.
Welcome back, everybody. We're live outside of Busch Stadium at the outfield, celebrating a 10-1 Cardinals victory. Nothing like sipping a cold beverage watching the Cardinals play.
Yeah, that's right. So in honor of the Cards home opener, all the Smoothie King stores in the St. Louis area are celebrating with free smoothies. They're giving away one 12-ounce red strawberry extreme drink per person until 9 o'clock tonight. So you still have time to celebrate with a smoothie.
We'll see you back here at 9, 10, and 11.